This is the CleanAir-Stat, 1/2 micron and 1 micron. I have 2 of these CleanAir-Stats, but the other CleanAir-Stat, the LED display is not working. This is 10 years old, Roger. And how you can tell the differentiate, this has got a yellow and red circle on it on the CleanAir-Stat. This is the DC 1100 you modified for me that has minute, day, set air quality, and I could select different levels. 25, let's go to another 50, and I think this is at a 1/2 micron. 75, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000, 1250, 1500, 1750, 2000, 2500, 3000 and off. So I'll set it around 100 here. 200, that's fine. And clear the history. History's cleared. Okay. So there'll be a little light, a little fan indicating that the CleanAir-Stat is turning on the fan when the particle count goes over 200. This is the Delos 1700. Here's a 1700. 1/2 micron and 1 micron. So you can see this is 180 and 58. This is 270. They're pretty close. This DC 1700 was calibrated a couple years ago, and the CleanAir-Stat I don't think has been calibrated in about 5 or 6 years. But as you can see, they're holding out pretty good. All right, enough for that. So that's on the 1700, 250 and 77, and on the CleanAir-Stat it's 180 and 55. And I think there's a different way in that's calculating the actual numbers. Roger, I just wanted to show you a problem with one of the 2 CleanAir-Stats that I have. Like I said, they're maybe 8 years old. This one is working fine. No problem. I'm waiting for the little fan to come on. I think it takes 10 minutes. But here, I want to show you on this particular unit. As you can see, there's no, it's off right now. But when I turn the on-off button on, here, let me turn this one. I'm going to turn this one off. You can hear the noise from the fan, but there's no display. And I don't know if the LED on the display is bad or there's something else going on inside of it. But this is also this is version 1.13K, has a bad display, and this one is still working. So I don't know if this one can be repaired or not. Okay, this is the CleanAir-Stats from like 2009 or so. They're probably about 8, 9, or 10 years old now. All right. So I'm going to turn this off. There you go. So again, the fan is turning, but there's no LED. I've never opened them either. All right. Oh, another thing I wanted to ask you is I'm measuring about 270 milliamps, and I'm using like a little fuse here, 400 milliamp fuse, to protect the units. All right. So again, I'd like you to look at this one. Maybe there's something you could do with the LED. It could be even the chip. I don't know. Maybe you can look at it. Thanks. Bye. This is Sandy. Bye. Stop. Roger, this is the CleanAir-Stat, and you had a 3.5 millimeter plug that turned on and off some kind of relay, a solid state relay, and I was using that to turn on and off a box fan. Anyway, I wanted to show you on the CleanAir-Stat the little fan, left-hand side. So I set this to, I think, 100, and it took about 10 minutes at a 200 setting for the fan to come on. So I'm not cleaning any air right now, but I turned off the fan so you could hear me better. Anyway, so again, this CleanAir-Stat's working, and if I had a fan, I could use the relay to turn it on and off with this CleanAir-Stat. All right, that's the end of that. So here's the 1100, and here's the 1700. And I wanted to ask you, could I just unscrew these screws, just this one, and put it in the new hex nut without removing this other screw? Or or do I need to open up the back of the unit and remove some kind of nut? So in other words, if I remove this screw, will I be able to screw back in the hex nut into whatever is holding this in place on the back side or the inside? That's all. All right, bye. As you can see that, pretty good.